Hi everybody, I'm Maggie. Welcome to Experiments in Crafting. I've recently been considering getting into designing some patterns, and to get started I wanted to look over some stitch dictionaries. I did already have one stitch dictionary, but I went to the library and checked out everything that my library had, and then I ordered several from surrounding libraries. And I just thought I would run through those so you guys got a feel for what each one offers and some of the benefits and drawbacks that I've noticed on each of these books. This is going to be part one of a multi-part series, so if you're interested in seeing more of these, stay tuned and there'll be more coming. I'm going to be starting today with the Indispensable Stitch Collection for Crocheters. When you first open it up, the table of contents in it, you'll notice, does not have pictures of all of the stitches in the book. Some stitch dictionaries offer this and some don't, and so this one does not. This dictionary jumps right in to the patterns themselves. In the back, you'll find that there are basic crochet instructions. These include just how to make a slip stitch, single crochet, half double, and some pictures on how to do it. And then there is also a guide to what the symbols mean for charts right here. So getting into some of these stitches here, you'll notice that this book does include a number of basic stitches so that you can see what your basic single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet fabrics look like. This is really nice when you're designing a pattern, so you can kind of flip back and forth and see what does a basic single crochet square look like. And while you might have worked it a bunch of times, sometimes it's hard to remember exactly what it looks like when it's worked up. And if you don't have a project that's all single crochet on hand, it's nice to just be able to look and say, okay, that's what that fabric looks like compared to this one that I want to try out. This book uses this special symbol that indicates that the fabric is the same on both sides. So this is a reversible symbol. For each of the stitches, this book has a picture of the fabric worked up, a chart, and written instructions. The written instructions are in rows. So this is how you work row 1, this is how you work row 2, and on and on. The pictures are nice and clear. You can see the fabric really well. In some of the lacier stitches, you can see how the pattern opens up and looks when it's blocked. The samples look like they've been blocked and photographed well. The yarn that they used for the samples is not fuzzy, and it's not obscuring the pattern, it doesn't seem to me. I did also notice that in some of the larger charts, they've highlighted the repeat. So you can see in this section, they've given you more than one repeat worth of chart, but then they've highlighted what each repeat is. So if you're designing a pattern, you can figure out where to start and stop and how to do your increases based on the shape and how each repeat works up. On the textured stitches, you can see the texture really well. They chose yarns that show stitch definition really well. It is a 200 stitch book, so there's 200 different patterns. There are no motifs. There are a few edging patterns, so these are intended to work on the edge of a blanket or around the edge of a washcloth or something like that. But there aren't any patterns that are granny squares or flowers or anything like that. Some stitch dictionaries contain those. This one does not. There are also no Tunisian stitches, which some people may want to see and some don't, but it depends on the dictionary. Sometimes those are included and sometimes they aren't. I think there's a good variety of different stitches, lacy ones, textured stitches, basic stitches. I'm actually really happy with this book. The pictures are clear, the charts are nice. It's a little bit larger than you might want to drag around everywhere with you. It's not hardcover, so it's not that heavy, but it's just a little bit large. Brand new, I expect that this book would probably not lay flat like it is on the table right here. This is a library book, so it's probably been opened a bunch of times. And so for working a crochet project, if you want this to lay open and then pick up your yarn and your hook, it's probably going to keep closing on you, and you might have to break in the binding a little bit when you first buy it. But other than that, I think that this stitch dictionary offers a lot of variety in stitches. The pictures are clear. It's got both charts and written instructions. And I think this would be a good option if you're trying to get into designing or if you just want to learn some new stitches. I'll have a link to where you can buy this book in the description below. Otherwise, check your local library. They might have a copy that you can try out first. I'm going to be doing reviews on all of these books, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of them. Thanks for watching!